Asking people to do things. Request. We use can or could to ask people to do things. Can you wait a minute, please? Could you wait a minute, please? Liz, can you do me a favor? Excuse me. Excuse me. Could you tell me how to get to the airport? I wonder if you could help me. Note that we say, do you think you could? Not usually can. Do you think you could? Do you think you could lend me some money until next week? We also use will and would to ask people to do things, but can, could are more common. Liz, will you do me a favor? Will you do me a favor? Would you please be quiet? I'm trying to concentrate. Asking for things. To ask for something, we use can I have, could I have, or can I get. Can I have these post? Can I have these postcards, please? Can I get? Could I have? Could I have the salt, please? May I have is also possible. May I have these postcards, please? To ask to do something, we use can, could, or may. On the phone, hello? Can I speak to Tom, please? Could I use your phone? Yes, of course. Do you think I could borrow your bike? May I come in? Yes, please do. May is formal and less common than can or could. To ask to do something, you can also say, do you mind? Do you mind if I? Is it all right? Is it okay if I? Do you mind if I use your phone? Do you mind if I use your phone? No, not at all. No, not at all. Is it all right? Is it all right if I come in? Is it all right if I come in? Yes, of course. Offering to do things. We use can I or may I when we offer to do things. Can I get you a cup of coffee? Yes, that would be very nice. That would be very nice. In a store, may I help you? No thanks, I'm being helped. I'm being helped. May is more formal than can, offering and inviting. To offer or to invite, we use would you like, not you like. Would you like a cup of coffee? Would you like a cup of coffee? Yes, please. Would you like to go to the movies with us tonight? Yes, I do love to. I'd like is a polite way of saying what you want. At a tourist information center, I'd like some information about hotel, please. I'd like some information about hotels, please. In a store, I'd like to try on this jacket, please. I'd like to try on this jacket, please. Sue has lost her watch, she tells Anne. I think I left my watch at your house. Have you seen it? No, but I will look when I get home. If I find it, I will tell you. In this example, Anne feels there is a real possibility that she will find the watch. So she says, if I find, I will. Carol says, if I found the wallet in the street, I'd take it to the police station. This is a different type of situation. Here, Carol doesn't expect to find the wallet in the street. She is imagining a situation that will probably not happen. So she says, if I found, I would. When you imagine something like this, you use if past. If I found, if there was, if we didn't. But the meaning is not past. What would you do? What would you do if you won $1 million? We don't really expect this to happen. I don't really want to go to their party, but I probably will go. They would be hurt if I didn't go. If there was or were an election tomorrow, who would you vote for? Who would you vote for? If we do not normally use would in the if part of the sentence. I would be very frightened if somebody pointed a gun at me. I'd be very frightened if somebody pointed a gun at me, not if somebody would point. If I didn't go to their party, they would be hurt. If I didn't go to their party, if I wouldn't go. not if I wouldn't go. In the other part of the sentence, not the if part, we use would, wouldn't. If you got more exercise, you'd feel better. I'm not tired. If I went to bed now, I wouldn't sleep. Would you mind? Would you mind if I used your phone? Would you mind if I used your phone? Could and might are also possible. If you got more exercise, you might feel better. It is possible that you would feel better. If we stopped raining, we could go out. We would be able to go out. Do not use when in sentences like the ones on this page. They'd be hurt. They'd be hurt if I didn't go to their party, not when I didn't go. What would you do? What would you do if you were bitten by a snake? Study this example situation. Sue wants to call Paul, but she can't do this because she doesn't know his phone number. She says, if I knew his number, I would call him. Sue says, if I knew his number, this tells us that she doesn't know his number. She is imagining the situation. When you imagine a situation like this, you use if plus past. If I knew, if you were, if we didn't. But the meaning is present, not past. Tom would read more if he had more time, but he doesn't have much time. If I didn't want to go to the party, I wouldn't go, but I want to go. We wouldn't have any money if we didn't work, but we work. If you were in my positions, what would you do? It's a shame you can't drive. It would be helpful. It would be helpful if you could. We use the past in the same way after wish. I wish I knew. I wish you were. We use wish to say that we regret something, that something is not as we would like it to be. I wish I knew Paul's phone number. I didn't know it and I regret this. I wish I knew Paul's phone number. I don't know. I don't know it and I regret this. Do you ever wish you could fly? You can fly. Do you ever wish you could fly? Fly. It rains a lot there. It rains a lot there. I wish it didn't rain so often. It's very crowded here. I wish there weren't so many people. I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow, but unfortunately I do. I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow, but unfortunately I do. I wish I wish I had an umbrella. If I were. After if and wish, we use was or were with I, he, she, it. Was is more informal. So you can say, if I was you, I wouldn't buy that coat. If I were you, I'd go out if it wasn't so cold. I would go out if it wasn't so cold. If it weren't so cold. I wish Carol was here. I wish Carol were here. We do not normally use would in the if part of the sentence or after wish. If I were rich, I would have a yacht. Not if I would be rich. If I were rich, I wish I had something to read. Not I wish I would have. I wish I had something to read. Sometimes wish would is possible. I wish you would listen. I wish you would listen. Could sometimes means would be able to, and sometimes was were able to. You could get a better job. You could get a better job. You could get. You would be able to get. If you could use a computer, if you could use a computer, you could use. You were able to use. If you could use a computer, you could get a better job. You could get a better job. Last month, Brian was in the hospital for a few days. Liz didn't know this, so she didn't go to see him. They met a few days ago, Liz said. If I had known you were in the hospital, I would have gone to see you. Liz said, if I had known you were in the hospital, so she didn't know he was in the hospital. We use if had to talk about the past. If I had known, if I had been, if I had done. I didn't see you when you passed me in the street. If I If I'd seen you, of course I would have said hello, but I didn't see you. I didn't go out last night. I would have gone. I would have gone out if I hadn't been so tired, but I was tired. If he had been looking where he was going, he wouldn't have walked into the world, but he wasn't looking. The view was wonderful. If I had a camera, I would have taken some pictures, but I didn't have a camera. I'm not hungry. If I was hungry, I would eat something. I wasn't hungry. If I had been hungry, I would have eaten something. Do not use would in the if part of the sentence. We use would in the other part of the sentence. If I had seen you, I would have said hello, not if I would have seen you. If I'd seen you, I had seen, I would have said hello. I would have said. We use had in the same way after wish. I wish something had happened. I'm sorry that it hadn't happened. I wish I had known. I had known that Brian was sick. I would have gone to see him, but I didn't know. I feel sick. I wish I hadn't eaten. I hadn't eaten so much cake. I ate too much cake. Do you wish you had studied science instead of language? You didn't study science. Do not use would have after wish. The weather was cold on our vacation. The weather was cold on our vacation. I wish it had been warmer. Not I wish it would have been. I wish it had been warmer. Compare would do and would have. If I had gone to the party last night, I would be tired now. I'm not tired now. If I had gone to the party last night, I would have met lots of people. Compare would have, could have, and might have. If the weather hadn't been so bad, we would have gone out. We could have gone out. We would have been able to go out. We would have been able to go out. We might have gone out. Maybe we would have gone out. We would have gone out. We can say, I wish you luck. We can say, I wish you luck. All the best. Success. A happy birthday. I wish you all the best in the future. I wish you all the best in the future. I saw Tom before the exam and he wished me luck. We say wish somebody something, luck, a happy birthday, but you cannot wish that something happens. We use hope in this situation. I hope you get this letter before you leave town, not I wish you get. Compare I wish I hope. I wish you a pleasant I wish you a pleasant stay here. I hope you have a pleasant stay here, not I wish you have. We also use wish to say that we regret something, that something is not the way we would like it. When we use wish in this way, we use the past, but the meaning is present. I wish I knew what to do about the problem. I don't know and I regret this. I wish you didn't have to go so soon. I wish you didn't have to go so soon. You have to go. Do you wish you lived near the ocean? You don't live near the ocean. Jack's going on a trip to Mexico soon. I wish I was going to. To say that we regret something in the past, we use wish had. I wish I'd I had known about the party. I would have gone if I didn't know. I didn't know. It was a stupid thing to say. I wish I hadn't said it. I wish I hadn't said it. I wish I could do something. I regret that I cannot do it. I'm sorry I have to go. I wish I could stay longer, but I can't. I've met that man before. I wish I could remember his name. I could remember his name. I wish I could have. I hear the party was great. I wish I could have gone. You can say, I wish somebody would do something. I wish it would stop raining. It's been raining all day. Jill doesn't like it. She says, I wish it would stop raining. Jill would like the rain to stop, but this will probably not happen. We use I wish would when we would like something to happen or change. Usually, the speaker doesn't expect this to happen. We often use I wish would to complain about a situation. The phone has been ringing for 5 minutes. I wish somebody would answer it. I wish I wish you would do something instead of just sitting and doing nothing. I wish you would do something. You can use I wish wouldn't to complain about things that people do repeatedly. I wish you wouldn't keep interrupting me. We use I wish would for actions and changes, not situations. I wish Sarah would come. I wish Sarah was here. I wish Sarah was here now, not I wish Sarah would be. I wish somebody would buy me a car. I wish somebody would buy me a car. I wish I had a car, not I wish I would have. I would have. I wish I had a car. This house was built in 1935. Was built is passive. Compare active and passive. Somebody built this house in 1935. This house was built in 1935. When you use an active verb, we say what the subject does. My grandfather was a builder. He built this house in 1935. It's a big company. It's a big company. It employs 200 people. When you use a passive verb, we say what happens to the subject. This house is pretty old. It was built in 1935. 200 people are employed by the company. Employed by company. When you use the passive, who or what causes the action is often unknown or unimportant. A lot of money was stolen in the robbery. Somebody stole it, but we don't know who. Is this room cleaned every day? Does somebody clean it? It's not important who. If we want to say who does or what causes the action, we use by. This house was built by my grandfather. 200 people are employed by the company. The passive is be past. For irregular past participles done in noun. Study the active and passive forms of the simple present and simple past. Many accidents are caused by the careless driving. I am not often invited to the parties. How is this word pronounced? How is this word pronounced? Somebody cleans this room every day. This room is cleaned every day. We were we are woken up by a loud noise during the night. Did you go to the party? No, I wasn't invited. How much money was stolen in the robbery? In the robbery. After will, can, must, going to, want. Somebody will clean this room later. This room will be cleaned. The situation is serious. Something must be done before it's too late. A mystery is something that can be explained. The music was very loud and could be heard from far away. A new supermarket is going to be built next year. Please go away. I want to be left alone. After should have, might have, would have, seem to have. I haven't received the letter. I haven't received the letter yet. It might have been sent to the wrong address. If you had locked the car, it wouldn't have been stolen. There were some problems at first, but they seem to have been solved. They seem to have been solved. Have you heard? The concert has been cancelled. Have you ever been beaten? Have you ever been beaten by a dog? Are you going to the party? No, I haven't been invited. The vegetable didn't taste very good. They had been cooked too long. They had been cooked too long. The car was 3 years old, but hadn't been used very much. Hadn't been used very much. There's somebody walking behind us. I think we are being followed. In a shop. Can I help you? No, thank you. I'm being helped. I'm being helped. Somebody was cleaning this room when I arrived. This room was being cleaned. Was being cleaned when I arrived. There was somebody walking behind us. We were being followed. We were being followed. There was somebody walking behind us. We were being followed. I was offered. We were given. Some verbs can have two objects. For example, give. Somebody gave the police the information. Somebody gave the information to the police. It is possible to make two passive sentences. The police were given the information. The information was given to the police. Other verbs that can have two objects are ask, offer, pay, show, teach, tell. When we use these verbs in the passive, most often we begin with the person. I was offered the job, but I refused it. They offered me the job. I was offered. A job was offered. I was offered. I was offered. You will be given. You will be given plenty of time to decide. We will give you plenty of time. You will be given. Have you ever shown the new machine? Has anybody shown you? Have you been shown the new machine? The men were paid $200 to do the work. Somebody paid the man $200. The men were paid $200 to do the work. I don't like being the passive of doing, saying. I don't like people telling me. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like being told. I don't like being told what to do. I remember being taken to the zoo. I remember being taken to the zoo when I was a child. I remember somebody take me to the zoo. Steve hates being kept waiting. He hates people keeping him waiting. Steve hates being kept waiting. We managed to climb over the We managed to climb over the wall without being seen, without anybody seeing us. We managed to climb over the wall without being seen. We say I was born. I was born in Chicago. Where were you born? Where were you born? Where were you born? How many babies are born every day? You can use get instead of be in the passive. There was a fight at the game, but nobody got hurt. Nobody was hurt. Nobody got hurt. I don't often get invited to parties. I'm not often invited. I'm surprised Anne didn't get offered the job. Anne wasn't offered the job. You can use get only when things happen or change. For example, you cannot use get in the following sentences. Jill is liked by everybody, not gets liked. This is not happening. Jill is liked by everybody. He was a mystery man. Very little was known about him. Very little was known. We use get mainly in informal spoken English. You can use be in all situations. We also use get in the following expressions which are not passive in meaning. Get married, get divorced, get lost. Not know where you are, get lost. Get dressed, put on your clothes. Get changed, change your clothes. Henry is very old. Nobody knows exactly how old he is, but it is said that he is 108 years old, or he is said to be 108 years old. Both these sentences mean people say that he is 108 years old. You can use this structure with a number of other verbs, especially alleged, believed, considered, expected, known, reported, thought, understood. Kathy works very hard. It is said that she works 16 hours a day. She is sad. She is sad to work 16 hours a day. The police are looking for a missing boy. It is believed that the boy is wearing a white sweater and blue jeans. The boy is believed to be wearing a white sweater and blue jeans. The strike started 3 weeks ago. It is expected that it will end soon. The strike is expected to end soon. A friend of mine has been arrested. It is alleged that he hit a police officer. He is alleged to have hit a police officer. The two houses belong to the same family. It is said that there is a secret tunnel between them. There is said to be a secret tunnel between them. These structures are often used in news reports. For example, in a report about an accident, it is reported that two people were injured in the explosion. Two people are reported to have been injured in the explosion. Be supposed to. Sometimes it is said to. Let's go and see that movie. It's supposed to be a good. It is sad. It is supposed to be good. It is sad to be good. Mark is supposed to have hit. Mark is supposed to have hit a police officer, but I don't believe it. But sometimes supposed to has different meaning. We use supposed to say what is intended, arranged, or expected. Often this is different from the real situation. The plan is supposed to be a secret, but everybody seems to know about it. The plan is intended to be a secret. What are you doing at work? You are supposed to be on vacation. You arrange it. You arrange to be on vacation. You arrange to be on vacation. Jane was supposed to call me last night, but she didn't. Our guests were supposed to come at 7:30, but they were late. I'd better hurry. I'm supposed to meet Chris in 10 minutes. You are not supposed to do something. It is not allowed or advisable. You are not supposed to park your car here. It is a private parking only. Mr. Bruno is much better after his operation, but he is still not supposed to do any heavy work. But he is still not supposed to. He is still not supposed to do any heavy work. The roof of Lisa's house was damaged in a storm. Yesterday, a worker came and repaired it. Lisa had the roof repaired yesterday. This means Lisa arranged for somebody else to repair the roof. She didn't repair it herself. We use have something done to say that we arranged for somebody else to do something. Lisa repaired the roof. She repaired it herself. Lisa had the roof repaired. She arranged for somebody else to repair it. Did you paint your apartment yourself? Yes, I like doing things like that. Did you have your apartment painted? No, I painted it myself. Be careful with the word order. The past particle is often the object. Lisa had the roof repaired yesterday. Where did you have your hair cut? Our neighbor has just had air conditioning installed in her house. We are having the house painted this week. How often do you have your car serviced? Why don't you have the coat cleaned? I don't like having my picture taken. You can also say get something done instead of have something done. When when are you going to get the roof repaired? I think you should get your hair cut really short. Sometimes have something done has a deeper meaning. Eric had his license taken away for driving too fast again and again. Eric got his license taken away for driving. This does not mean that he arranged for somebody to take his license away. It means that his license was taken away by the police. With this meaning, we use have something done to say that something happens to somebody or their belongings. Usually what happens is not nice. James got his passport stolen. Have you ever had your flight cancelled? Has your flight ever been cancelled? His passport was stolen. Has your flight ever been cancelled?